And a happy Monday to you. The Seahawks earned their 20th shutout in franchise history yesterday, blanking Minnesota 26-0 at Lumen Field. Seattle's defense was smothering, forcing 5 turnovers and sacking rookie quarterback Sam Brosmer 4 times in his first NFL start. The highlight of the win came in the second quarter when linebacker Ernest Jones IV intercepted a pass and returned it 85 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah, I seen DeMarcus holding, getting ready to bring him to the ground. And when you catch these interceptions, everything kind of slows down. So I'm thinking there's no way he's about to throw this. And he let it go. And then I catch it, and then I'm like, there's nobody in front of me. So I immediately started running. I look up at the video board, and I'm like, dang, somebody's catching me. It was Reek. Reek was just trying to beat me to the end zone. But that was my first ever defensive touchdown. It's been a while since I've seen the end zone, so it was great.
The offense struggled for most of the game as the Vikings brought pressure on nearly every down, sacking Sam Darnold 4 times in the first half. Wide receiver Cooper Kupp says, thank God for the defense.
Good. Wins, you're going to take them. They're too hard to get in this league. So we were the benefactors of some very good defense being played on the other side of the ball. Defense just, played lights out, put us in some really good positions, and then capitalize on some very bad positions that we put them in. So a lot of stuff offensively that we're going to want to tune up, a lot of stuff that just wasn't up to our standard. But looking forward to looking at that film, and we're so close. There's a lot of things just right there. It's just those little details, and looking forward to making those adjustments and moving forward.
The shutout was the first under Coach Mike Macdonald and first for Seattle since 26-0 shutout of Chicago back in 2015. Macdonald said it was another complimentary win.
Great, really team win. Great atmosphere. 12s are rocking. Just really proud of our team. We really were doubling down on our process every week, and really trying to just be dedicated to playing our style of ball. And I think that's starting to show up, and which is great. And we talk about all 3 phases complementing one another, stacking plays over the course of a game, which is a point of emphasis over the last probably couple months. And our guys have done that, and the resolve that they've shown when we do hit adversity in games is really incredible. Shoot, I'm the guy that they have to calm down sometimes, which is a great sign. So, guys have each other's backs, playing really hard. Even offensively today, we started the game slow, but we stuck to the game plan. We found some more runs in the second half and was able to close the game out there.
Seattle finished with 126 yards rushing and a touchdown to finish the 26-0 win. Hawks will travel to Atlanta this Sunday for a game with the 4 and 8 Falcons. That'll be at 10 a.m. on Fox. Well, Seattle's back in a first-place tie with the Rams atop the NFC West after L.A. stumbled at Carolina 31-28. San Francisco remained hot down in Cleveland 26-8 to improve to 9-4. The Cardinals fell at Tampa Bay 20-17. Well, Washington kept it close with number 6 Oregon Saturday at Husky Stadium, but couldn't get over the top of the Ducks. Malik Benson did most of the work on a 64-yard touchdown pass from Dante Moore with 7:55 to go in regulation to ice Oregon's 11th win of the season. The loss dropped the Huskies to 8-4. Last time Washington State and Oregon State met twice in the same year, back in 1945. On Saturday, the Cougars avenged an earlier 10-7 loss to the Beavers with a resounding 32-8 victory in the Palouse. The win made Jimmy Rogers' team bowl eligible in his inaugural season at Washington State. Well, the Seattle Kraken struggles offensively continued Saturday in a shutout loss to Edmonton. Oilers blanked Seattle 4-0 as the Kraken were 0 for 26 in shots on goal. Seattle has the early part of the week off to get back on track as they'll head to Edmonton Thursday. That's a 6 o'clock game on Prime TV and Column TV. Well, we haven't seen you since last Wednesday, so we thought we'd back up the truck a little bit and checking in on the Wenatchee Wild. Wenatchee began the holiday weekend with a 5-2 win over Vancouver Wednesday night. Prince George earned a 3-0 shutout Friday as Wenatchee's offense seems to feel the effects of tryptophan. Saturday was a different story as the Wild's offense woke up after giving up an early goal to visiting Regina. Austin Drade had the call on the Wenatchee Wild Hockey Network.
3-on-2 headed the other way. Fawcett dangling, wrist shot, throws it through the traffic, and he scores. He threaded it to the top corner of the net, just off the side of the penalty boxes. Boxed out coming over the blue line was Josh Toll. Caffey looking for a shot, sneaks a pass. Fluker with a wrist shot, he scores! found a way to peek that one through, and Josh Fluker has tied this one. Ready to get out of the Marson & Marson Wild penalty box at the right wing. It is Elliott, jab toward the net, backhand chance, they score! Right on the doorstep, right on cue, and right at the end of the penalty kill for the Wild. Sherbina finishes the play and starts a lead for the Wenatchee Wild. It's 2-1. Wide of the net, calling for it out strong is Kraft over the blue line. Waiting was Elliott as well. 3-on-2. Back for Chappos. He scores! Four seconds left on the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning power play. Out to the far point. McHaggerty pulls it backhand, looks for a forehand opportunity, faces, fires. That one pops through. They score! Matthew Hutchison so certain he had it until he saw it pop up off of him. Face-off coming up to the right of Schlenker. Face-off is won by Wenatchee. Right point, slung back door, they score! Quickly, Sherbina, second of the game, his 10th of the year, and the second goal on the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning power play for the Wild. It's 5-1. That power play took 5 seconds. Looking for a shot, wristed toward the net, save, rebound, tucked in, they score! It's Sherbina, it's a hat trick, and it's 6-1. A long rebound, and Luca Sherbina hammers home the second chance. Rides that one along the glass, down to 7 seconds to play. Andre into the corner, that'll about do it. Andre wrestled along the wall with Peranich. Maybe a little bit of extracurricular at the horn. The linesmen jump in between. This one is over, and this one is in the win column for the Wenatchee Wild. Plum perfect final score, 6-1.
Wenatchee will host Swift Current tomorrow night at 6 o'clock at the Town Toyota Center. Austin Drade is scheduled to show up on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley tomorrow morning. Give us a preview of that with Dan Kuntz, so be sure and tune in for that. Well, the Cashmere Bulldogs earned a spot in the WIAA State 1A Championship for the first time since 2008 Saturday. Cashmere dominated Mount Baker in their semifinal matchup in the Apple Bowl. 41-14 the final. Ryland Hatmaker accounted for 4 touchdown passes in the game, 2 of which to trusty wide receiver Logan Spees.
Yeah, I have a lot of chemistry with him for years, since middle school. Me and him just throwing after practice every day. So I just got all the trust in the world for him.
He looks like he's going to go for it. In motion, Tate looking to the right, now to the left, throws it deep, looking for his man. He has Spees, caught! Touchdown, Cashmere!
This kid is unbelievable, Avery.
36 yards! 26-7, Cashmere! Haven't said their names a lot tonight. Fake the handoff, Tate. Screen pass, Spees, caught at the 20. He breaks it up to the nearest far side, 10 to the 5 to the corner. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
The first point of the game came on an interception return touchdown by a guy Coach Brian Bremer said didn't even think it was going to play.
Well, it's crazy is Jack Binger, the guy who has the pick 6. All week he's got a bad back. In at a chiropractor, in at massages, barely practiced on Wednesday and Thursday, did some stuff on Friday, and then all of a sudden Dr. Games shows up and back gets warmed up, feels all right, and he's in the right spot at the right time and goes and it's crazy. Like a guy that you're maybe not counting on to be available becomes available because of his diligent work of how to get back and makes a great play to set the tone for us.
Cashmere will get a rematch with Royal for the state championship Friday at 3 o'clock at Huskies Stadium. The Knights were able to advance with a big win over Linden Christian on Saturday in the semifinals, downing the Lynx 61-35. Okanagan season ended in a 24-8 loss to Toledo. East Valley was shut out by Tumwater 42-0. DeSales ended down Myra Cooley Heartline season 42-22. Well, NCWLIFE Channel will begin our winter sports broadcast season coming up on Friday. That's when we'll bring you non-conference basketball between Eastmont and visiting Kamiakin. Girls will start at 5:30 with Grant Olson on the play-by-play. That's on the stream on our Facebook page and YouTube page. Boys game tips at 7. That'll be streamed as well as on TV. That's a look at sports news over at Granstrom. Have a happy Monday.